Hello, good evening everyone. We are starting JIGS TV news about Go in the world. After Christmas we have some news and also some summary of this year because this is the last episode this year. On the international Go scene, the Niewei Cup was being played this week, and I introduced it last week. It is a tournament for a team from China, Korea, and Japan, and in each team there are three older players with with many titles, and one girl. And in this tournament, both China and Korea beat Japan 4-0, but between the team of China and Korea there was a draw 2-2. And here on the photo you can see the Chinese team playing. The interesting thing is that on the last table, it's not visible unfortunately on the photo, on the last table the player is Niewei Ping. The captain of the team is Niewei Ping, so Niewei Ping was also playing in the Niewei Ping Cup. And here you can see the team of Korea. And there was a draw between the team of China and Korea, but there is a tiebreaker, the results of the team captain on the first board. And on the first board, Cho Hong-hyun beat Niewei Ping. So Korea won. International tournaments in 2020. Well, I believe you remember this situation. This is a moment of the famous misclick of Shin Jin-so, the strongest player in the world. It happened to him. In 2020, not all the international tournaments which were supposed to happen actually happened because of the pandemic, of course, and the ones which happened or which were happening but didn't finish were happening online. So, for example, Emily Cup, Chonlan Cup, Ink Cup haven't finished yet. Bailing Cup didn't even start, and Ink Cup, it's a bit sad. It didn't start. It is like a Go Olympic. Not sure if you know. It is a tournament which takes place only once per 4 years, and there is, I think, the biggest prize money from all the international tournaments. Except for that, there were a few tournaments which took place. So Shin Jin-so won LG Cup in February. Before, I am not sure how it was played in February. Maybe face to face, maybe already online, but it's already clear Shin Jin-so will not hold the title because the new LG Cup already started, and Kedzie and Shin Min-jun are in the final. Samsung Cup was won by Kedzie from China. Then there was a big tournament for women players, Wu Qingyuan Cup or Go Seigen Cup, which was won by Zhou Hongyu from China. And Globis Cup. Globis Cup is a tournament for young players under 20, and this was won by Moon Min-jong from Korea. Then in Japan there are tournaments being played face to face, and now the 11th edition of the Okage Cup finished. Okage is a place where usually the final stage is being played, but not this year because of the pandemic. It is the Okage town in the Mie prefecture. The tournament is played in front of a traditional shrine of Ise. However, I believe it is not on the photo. On the photo, it is just the Okage town. I think this is a town which was rebuilt some time ago to be very traditional Japanese, and this was a tournament for players under 30 years old. Unfortunately, this is the last edition, and for Ichiriki Ryo, this was a successful time, but it is already his 4th time he wins. And the final game looked a little bit unusual because Ida Atsushi started with 2 Moku Hazushi, with 2 5-3 points. This opening is not often seen nowadays, but As we can see, we can play like this and still be a non-professional and face Ichiriki Ryo in the final of the Okage Cup. So White remembered that White needs points, so later White invaded Sansan. It's not that White is playing some old style, no. But Black was also just calmly taking points. And later, a big fight started on the left. There were a few groups running into the center, and a very interesting choice by Black to not answer White's pushes, but run. Much more important. The group is thin. Later, this fight finished in some compromise. I think I wanted this moment. A compromise because Black captured a few stones on the side, White captured a few stones on the bottom, and I don't know, maybe it's an even result. And then another interesting choice by Black. Black doesn't go to a side to try to take points there, but still plays the moves in the center, aiming at getting some influence and making a moyo on the right side. It might have looked like Black is not really managing after White broke in, but in fact Black was taking also points in the corner of White on the lower side. Later you can also see this professional technique of securing the territory. I believe this game is very good to study endgame in general, so I encourage all of you to watch it. And the ending of this game is very interesting. After Black had this group in the center, and it seemed like Black declined to connect it, and like Black was about to die. So a co started for this group, but Black had many co-threats on the bottom side, or maybe even these were not co-threats, because after some moves were played, Black was going down to the side of White, and later Black found this brilliant Tesuji at M1. Difficult. I mean, please study it yourself. I believe that this move just gives Black life, but I am not sure, because later Black played at K2, White connected, and Black just lives, and then White resigned. Interesting game. This was not one of the Japanese main titles. As you know, there are 7 main titles in Japan, and in 2020 there are 3 players who are holding some of them. So Iyama Yuta is holding Kisei, Meijin, and Honimbo, and actually these 3 are the most important, the most prestigious, which means the biggest prize money, and also that the final is in the format best of 7, and the other 4 are held by Shibano Toramaru and Ichiriki Ryo. Ichiriki, he didn't have any title last year, but this year he managed to beat Iyama in Tengen, and who did he beat in Gosei? I am not sure. Maybe he beat Konorin. Shibano kept Oza title, got also a Judan title, but lost a title of Meijin to Iyama. So it's interesting that Iyama doesn't win all the titles, but he manages to win the most important. And the very most prestigious title, Kisei, it has always a final in the very beginning of the year, in January. And actually already the players are known, so Iyama will play, I don't remember whom now, but these will be very important games, the most important games in Japanese Go, so let's follow them. In China, the Chinese League A has finished. Here you can see that the team which won is the Jiangxi team, in which Pyeongsang-gil was the player from abroad, and yeah, there were a few 9 dan professional from China, but for example, there was no Kedzie, just a strong team of 4 strong boards. And you can also see that Huawei was the main sponsor of this year's Chinese League A. About Chinese titles, well, it's a bit similar like with the international titles. Not all of the tournaments were played, only a few. Kedzie managed to win Wang Zhongguang, which means the king of the kings. Yang Dingxin managed to win Tianyuan, which means the center of the heaven, and this is an equivalent of Japanese Tengen. And Gu Zihao won CCTV Cup, sponsored by the Chinese television. I believe that this tournament is a tournament of fast games, because this is the usual case with the tournament sponsored by a television, that the games are supposed to be showed live, so the games need to be fast. I think I didn't mention the how in Japan it looks with the titles of the girls. So in Japan, Fujisawa Rina was getting both female Honimbo, female Meijin, and also a few other tournaments. But female Kisei is being held by Suzuki Ayumi, and she will face Ueno Asami in January. So Fujisawa Rina didn't completely dominate. Japanese female Go. In China, Zhou Hongyu, an 18 years old player, won the main female tournament, and also she won the Wu Qingyuan Cup, Goseigen Cup, the international tournament. So this is her year. In Korea, the next matches of the Baduk League are happening. Shin Jin-so won his last games this year, which means that this year Shin Jin-so has a result 76-10. This is not a 90% win rate, but still this is a record. Before, Lee Chang-ho had 75-10. So Shin Jin-so is really dominating the Korean scene, and you can also see it in the tournaments he won this year. He won the Supreme Player, GS Caltex Cup, Ryongsang KBS Cup, and I am not sure like which of the tournaments are the most important in Korea, but only one of the biggest tournaments was not won by Shin Jin-so. Lee Ji-hyun managed to win the Maxim Cup. In Taiwan, the Chiwang tournament, Chiwang meaning the King of Go, has finished. It is a best of 7, and Wang Yuanjun was playing Xu Haohong. Xu Haohong managed to win 4-1. Let's look at this game for a moment. So this was a game which started first of all by this maybe unexpected move of White, but this is a very modern way of playing. Whenever the opponent has the large knights move, 3rd, 4th line, the AI recommends this strange placement, and after Xu Haohong played it, the game complicated a lot. So the players were kind of quarreling all the time about what is more important, the fight on the top, the fight on the bottom, or the fight in the center. So there were many exchanges which finished in White gaining this Ponuki and a lot of points, but Black gaining a huge wall. So of course Black is trying to build a framework on the lower side, but White goes in to not let Black have it all. White settled on the lower side and on the left side, but Black gained some new influence, which makes it possible for Black to go into sharp variations after that Sansan invasion. So Black was cutting White, but White was not that much affected because White was managing all of the groups. Later in the game, Black started his last attack on the group on the bottom side after getting some moves in the center. Now finally Black can hope to do some harm to that group, and it is a cop. However, it's impossible for Black to play because White was already solid everywhere else, so there were no cop threats available. And in the end, White just lived, and later even the center was not really owned by Black. So in the end of the game, Black finished with less points, and Black resigned. Congratulations to Xu Haohong, and let's look at the Taiwanese title holders. So the most prestigious title is being held by Lin Junyan, who won in the final with Xu Haohong. But Xu Haohong holds many other, like Qiwang, Shidwan, Guoshou, Zhonghuan Qisheng, and Wang Yunjun, a bit older player, is also holding Tianyuan and UMC Cup. I am not sure how it is. There is a wrong flag here. Of course, should be a Taiwanese flag. I am not sure. There are some 2 UMC Cups, and one of them was won by Lai Yunfu, and one of them was won by Wang Yunjun. So I need to learn a bit more about how the Taiwanese Go work to tell you next time. In Europe, the European Professional League is happening, and this weekend, even though it's a Christmas time, there were still 2 matches played, as always, one on Saturday, one on Sunday evening, and always these matches are commented on EGF Twitch by another European professionals. Here you can see Ali Jabari versus Tongile Calve, commented by Pavel Lisi versus Ilya Shikshin. So the current European champion and a European champion from 2 years ago, Pavel. So I believe watching these commentaries is a very good way to get to know what is happening in the European Go and learn also. There was one tournament this weekend in Serbia, and this is the last tournament of this year, Niš Open. Usually Niš Open was a big international tournament, and I was there once. This year, because of the pandemic, it was difficult to make it international, so there were 2 stages. There was the exhibition round played online, and this was not connected with the competitive part, but it was just to make the event international, and there were 37 players participating, and then 27 players participating in the competitive part, in the actual tournament. The tournament was won by Dusan Mitic, then Nikola Mitic took the 2nd place, Dragan was the 3rd, and Julia Serec from Hungary took the 4th place. So actually there was 1 player from abroad. Julia managed to come. Another thing in the European Go is the JIGS Must Camp, our yearly organized winter camp, which is from the Christmas till the New Year and even after. This year it is online, and you can see on the print screens how we study. The teachers are sending the PDFs with summaries of the lessons which happen online. The lesson happen online, then there are summaries being sent by the teachers. There are games reviewed because there are league games being played. You can see it on the 3rd photo, the table of the league, and many people registered. And the people are changing because some people registered for that day, some people for the other day, but always there are some students to which lessons can be organized, simultaneous games can be played, sometimes also special events like 9x9. I am also teaching there, and I think it's almost like a face-to-face camp. Very nice idea and way to study Go in these times, and you can still register for the last week of the camp. The camp finishes next on Sunday. The camp is finishing on Sunday, so So you can still register even for one day. I encourage all of you. And now let's move to the interviews. First, we have an interview with the winner of the Corona Cup, Kim Young-sam.
Hello everybody, today I'm talking to Young-sam Kim. He won the Corona Cup and I'm very happy to interview also him. So first of all, congratulations Young-sam.
Thank you very much.
So this was an online tournament and what is the main reason for you to participate in the Corona Cup?
I wanted to play Go, but as you know, because of pandemic, I can't play, so I just took the chance to play Corona Cup.
And then suddenly we discovered that there were also quite a lot of strong players. We had two professionals among the players, which are Ilya Shikshin and also Artem Khachanovsky. And there was even another Korean player who is very strong. His name is Songjin Kim. So how do you feel playing against them?
I always excited to play against them because of they are very strong. Yeah.
And what do you think about European Go level? So do they get stronger or how much gap is there to Asian professionals?
I think still there are a lot of gaps between the European pros and then Asian pros, but definitely they got improved because of I think they study hard and then they also study with the AI. So I think between Asian amateurs and then European pros, like between theirs, the gaps I think got closer.
So we hope in the future we will see a lot of your games. I think everybody is always excited to see your games, and I wish you good luck with the future games. And have a nice day.
Yeah, thank you. Have a nice day too.
Bye bye.
Thank you, Young-sam. Congratulations. Hopefully soon we can also meet on face-to-face tournaments. And the other interview is with the current European Women Champion, Natalia Kowaliova, or in fact, it's not that much of an interview with the European Women Champion, but a talk of the two European Women Championship finalists. So let's see. Natalia and Mania.
Hello everybody, today I'm talking to Natalia Kowaliova and she is the current European Women Champion, so congratulations to you first of all.
Hello Mania, thank you and congratulations to you for the runner-up. It was very nice to play with you in the final.
I was also happy, but we should not talk about me today, we should talk about you.
Why? Why? No, I want to talk about you too.
Okay, then you can ask me any question you want as well. But maybe for the viewers, first we start with, we had a completely different setup this year. So because it was online, we started to play in groups and later in knockouts. How did you like this new system?
For me, I felt really very exhausted after the finish in the last game. I just fell asleep, actually. So it was, for me, I think it was much more complicated than it's usually because we played almost a month. And usually we do it like 2 or 3 days maximum and just play and then try to forget about it. But this time, I don't know. For me personally, it was really hard.
Cool. Yeah, actually, maybe it's because I'm older. I felt after every game very tired. Anyway.
Yeah, also the games were really long, like 4 hours. Almost every my game lasts like 4 hours. It's really something.
Yeah, and so did you think during the game already about who will be my next opponent? And because you had so much time between the games, did you start to study your opponent and know what your opponent likes and dislikes?
Yeah, actually, I think it's the most maybe biggest difference as usual, because we knew with whom we will play the next game, and we had like 3-4 days before. And yeah, I tried to find the games and prepare and see how my opponents play and try to create something in before. Yeah,
Yeah, cool. And so all over everything. So how did you like and enjoy the games, or how was it for you? So beside being very exhausted, so what games did you enjoy most and why?
I feel like from very beginning I was in a very bad shape. I played really badly, and it was a mystery for me that I made to come into the quarterfinal. It was like one game I lost to Elvina in the group stage, and 2 games I think it was really bad. According to AI, I had only 1% with the game with Mirta Medak. And I also had a worse position with Milena Boclair. So it was already very good for me that I managed to end the quarterfinal.
Cool.
But later, it was like, I feel okay, maybe I should do something. Like
Now that you are in the
training a bit.
quarterfinals, maybe we can do more.
Maybe it's a time to do something. So yeah, I started to solve problems, and also searching the games my next opponent and try to create in before something. So yeah, it was a better Fuseki for me in these games. So maybe it helped a lot. And also, I feel like it helped me start to do something about Go, about my Go. I mean, so yeah,
That's good.
it's nice. It's
Okay.
really nice. What about you, Mane? How do you feel about it?
Actually, I didn't play Go for basically 1 year from last European Women Championship until now. Basically, I didn't play. So there were a few online games, but nothing in real. And yeah, so I actually started to even take a teacher and really study. So I started like with the group games. I had almost every second day I had a lesson. And yeah, I also studied my opponents. I also started to make Sumago, and it was surprising for me too to reach quarterfinals. So actually, everything you said is very similar to my story, because I was very unsure to even survive the group stage. Even before I started, it was really like, if I manage that, then I'm very happy. And then also it was clear that I should have played, becoming second after I lost against Dina, that I have to play Ariane in the quarterfinals first game. And then a mystery happened, and Ariane didn't become first in her group, and I had an easier opponent. So I thought, wow, I can maybe even win another game. So and yeah, like this, I was really excited game by game, and it was cool feeling actually. Yeah, and also studying opponent in advance was something important to me. I learned so much. It was really good. I'm happy to went through this stage.
Yeah, that was really something new for us, and I like it.
Yeah, this part I like as well, but I also basically took like 3 weeks, not completely holiday, but like half day I only worked, and the other half day I studied. And yeah, I think I can. I'm not sure if I can always do that, but it was cool experience for sure. Yeah. Yeah, cool. So what is your next aim after being 5th time in a row European Women Champion, which is
not in a row.
Not in a row, no. Yeah, but 5th time in history means that you are the hero of all heroes, because there's nobody who made it 5 times so far. So that is pretty cool. So what is your next aim?
I don't know.
No
I really don't know. Maybe to have a nice New Year holiday. That is my aim, next aim.
That's a good aim. So I wish you a wonderful holiday and a very good next year. Happy New Year. And see you next year, hopefully in another tournament. Would be cool.
Yeah, Happy New Year. And hope to see you in person, in real, go board and play again.
That would be cool.
Bye-bye.
See you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Mania and Natalia. Congratulations for the results. Let's move to our competitive parts of our JIGS TV. First of all, Tsumego competition. As you know, we already have one winner. Jan Opawski won a prize. Also, there was another competition. There was the competition of finding the Christmas trees on the previous 4 episodes before Christmas, right? And there were in total 10 Christmas trees. And we got a few submissions, and 2 of the observers managed to find 9 of them, and this is Anika and Daniel, and they will also, I think they already received the email with possible prizes to choose from. So congratulations. And from these Christmas trees, I think the most sneaky one was the in the second Christmas episode on a flag, replacing a world flag. There was a Christmas tree, and in the last episode there was a Christmas tree which was not really hidden. It was on a photo of Ichiri Kiryo and Iyama Yuta. They were standing in front of a Japanese Christmas tree decorated in a Japanese strange way with some red stuff. All right, here we have the Tsumego from last week. I think the third Tsumego of the single digit Q section was the most sneaky, because many players put the correct placement at 1 but then extended to the side, and it's very difficult to find a counter of white, but the counter exists. So please look at it closer if you're interested. Here we have new problems. Good luck with them. And as the last thing today, we have the Go piece of the week. It's again, as already one time before, a drawing by Camille Lévesque, the French Go painter. So I hope that your Christmas presents were as good as the Christmas present of this teddy bear. And for now, this is it. See you next week and next year, in fact, on the 3rd of January, on the 4th of January, as always, 8:30 p.m. Central European Time. That's it for today. Goodbye.